And who wants to do the chanting? Nikhil, you want to do the chanting?
Krishna Prabhuji, actually Revant raised his hand first.
Oh, really? Yeah? Okay, ladies first. So Revant will do the chanting, and Pratika will do the Mangalacharan. Okay. So we only have 13 participants today, 14. So it's already 12 o'clock. Okay, let us begin, please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. ऊमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्वसे नमः। नमो ब्रह्मण्यदेवाय गो ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाश्री गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र की पत्नी को देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मंत्रस्य नामानि यानि कर्मापि एकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। हरे कृष्ण।
Very nice. Thank you so much, Pritika, for the lovely rendition of the Mangalacharan prayers. So now may I request Revant to do the chanting, please. So we will chant one mala 108 times. It will take about 8 to 10 minutes. So when you do the chanting, we have to be focused. The mind has to be focused. Completely align your mind to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And we have to literally cry like a small child so that we really enjoy the transcendental vibrations of the holy name. So Revant, appreciate if you can, don't go very fast. At the same time, don't go very slow. Have a medium pace. And to all the children, please chant loudly. You can unmute, you can mute yourself, not a problem. But when you chant, don't whisper. You have to hear what you're chanting. Then only the effect is going to be compounded, right? So please let us devote the next 7 to 10 minutes for a very blissful experience. Thank you very much. Please carry on, Revant. If you can on your video, nothing like that.
Am I audible?
You're audible. If you can on your video, nothing like that. But if you're not comfortable, don't worry about it.
Prabhuji having some net issues, Prabhu. So I'm fine.
Okay, no worries. Okay. No worries. Bye.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Mata ki jai Hare Krishna Mata ki jai Hare Krishna Mata ki jai Jagat Sri Prabhupada ki jai Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Revant, for the beautiful chanting. So I think everybody should draw inspiration from Revant in terms of how he has chanted. So chanting, what the most important thing is, we have to hear the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and then chant. So it's going to be both Shravanam and Kirtanam, both happening at the same time. So if you don't hear, then the effect is not going to be there. If you only hear and not chant, then also the effect is not going to be there. So Shravanam and Kirtanam has to be simultaneous as far as the chanting is concerned. So please ensure that you chant every day. Chanting is like eating food. It is like taking bath. It is like brushing teeth. So it is not just going to be on weekend we chant and the other days we let go. So that should not be the attitude and approach. We should ensure that chanting happens all the time, every time. To start with, you can chant one round or two or three rounds. And then as we progress, we can chant more. We are not chanting for any whimsical reason. We are chanting to purify our consciousness. Okay, so with that, I would like to invite His Grace Vishwakalyan Gauradas Prabhu. He's going to, engage ourselves in a very, very important topic today. So we will loudly welcome Prabhuji by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Loudly 3 times. All of you unmute yourself. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. And once again, I'm very, very happy to have all of you on this call. And I'm very grateful for all the teachers for giving me this opportunity to speak a few words from Srila Prabhupada's teachings and from the previous acharyas on this wonderful topic of Sri Brahma Samhita. So before we get started, I just thought we will have maybe a short kirtan for 2 or 3 minutes. So, but we'll have this as a group activity. So just for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, if all of you can, or if any of you can turn on your videos and then interact, unmute, and we'll all have a group kirtan, right? Maybe for 3 or 4 minutes. And then after that, you can turn off your videos. I also may have to, because my internet is not very good today. But anyway, all of you are ready?
Yes, Prabhuji. Double
Yes,
ready.
Prabhuji.
Hari
Yes,
Bol!
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
No sound.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
No
Hari
more
Hari.
sound.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
When we say Hari Bol, we have to say Hari Hari.
Hari
Okay?
Hari.
Hari Hari.
Hari
Hari
Hari.
Hari Hari. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
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 Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare.
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama. Hare Rama.
Hare Rama. Hare Rama.
Rama Rama. Hare Hare.
Rama.
Hare Hare.
Now 3 words. Hare Krishna. Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama. Hare.
Hare Rama. Hare.
Rama Rama Rama.
Rama.
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari Hari.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Let's have some kirtan for some time. So now all of you can stay on mute, otherwise it will become a khichdi. Okay. So, okay, all of you can stay on mute. Then I'll sing for some time, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and we can get started. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sing it. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki
Jai.
Jai.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Hari.
Hari Hari.
Hari Hari.
Okay. If you can see my screen, please chant. Nitai Gauranga.
Jai Gauranga.
Jai Ho. That brings a lot of happiness to me. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Jai Ho.
Hare Krishna.
Happy to have all of you here. Very, very excited today. Once again to have all of your association. Okay. I'm just trying to set up some things on my screen. Okay, so we have 31 participants. Right. So today's topic is Brahma Samhita. How many of you have heard the Brahma Samhita before?
Prabhuji, I have.
How many of you have heard the Brahma Samhita before? Right? Many of us have heard. Right? Very, very enchanting prayers of Lord Brahma. Now, how did this Brahma Samhita prayers come about? Anybody knows? Yes, Revant. Yes, Dimple.
When Brahmaji stole the cows and the friends, the Gopas, cowherd boys of Krishna, and that time Krishna turned himself to the cowherd boys and cows, and that time when Brahma came, that he was shocked. They are still there.
Very
And
good.
then
You are
he
revealing
then,
some suspense. So I'm going to
yes.
stop you right here. Okay, but you are right. But I will give some more context. Now, all of you know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Lord Krishna.
Yes, he is Lord Sri Krishna himself. I want all of you to participate enthusiastically. Otherwise, it will be very boring. This one fellow wearing blue kurta, speaking there, and you will all snore nicely in the afternoon, Friday afternoon. Okay, let's participate and enthusiastically have a discussion. Okay, so who is Lord Chaitanya? He is none other than Krishna,
Lord Krishna.
Gauranga.
Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Okay. Okay. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Okay. So this Lord Chaitanya, he was on a South India tour. After taking his sannyas, shifting his base to Puri, right? And then he goes to a South India tour. And then when he goes right in the bottom of the Indian peninsula, he visits a temple in Kerala called the Adi Keshavan temple. How many of you have visited the Adi Keshavan temple? No? How many of you want to visit the Adi Keshavan temple? Jai ho! We all have a Prahlad Gurukul outing to Adi Keshavan temple, right? Adi Keshavan ki Jai!
Jai.
Beautiful, beautiful temple of Adi Keshava, Lord Adi Keshava. Lord Sri Chaitanya goes there, and as soon as he sees the wonderful darshan of Lord Adi Keshava, Lord Chaitanya is lost in ecstasy. Now, what happens when you have Lord's darshan? In our altar also, when you have the Lord's darshan, okay, let me show you the altar. So now, when you have the Lord's darshan there, how did you have his darshan? In one form, right? Like in one vision, you had his entire darshan. Lord Adi Keshavan is not like that. His form is huge, gigantic. So huge, he is even bigger than his deity, is bigger than Lord Sri Ranganath. Now, for his darshan, first you have to go to one altar where you can have darshan of only his lotus feet. Next, you will go to the next entrance in the middle door where you will see his torso and chest. Next, you will go on to the next part of the...
Prabhuji, I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing the slides? Because the slides are not moving.
No, it's still in Sri Brahma Samhita.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. So, we are still trying to get the proper mood before we get into Sri Brahma Samhita. Okay. So, next, after having the darshan of the lotus feet of the Lord, then having darshan of the torso and chest part of the Lord, then we move on to the lotus face, the beautiful lotus face of the Lord. So, not once, not twice, but we have the darshan 3 times. How amazing darshan is that? Right? So 3 doors and 3 halves you have to see for the Lord to have a complete darshan. So beautiful, so magnanimous, wonderful temple of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya offers his prayers, obeisances, respects, and he chants so many Vedic glorifications in praise of Lord Adikeshavan. And in this temple of Lord Adikeshavan, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finds some ancient Vedic scripture. Now, this ancient Vedic scripture is said to be so old, it is ageless, it is timeless, and it is said to be the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, the Srimad Bhagavatam itself has how many slokas? Anybody? How many slokas on how many verses that Srimad Bhagavatam has?
18,000.
18,000. 18,000 verses. Our maths textbook or science textbook has 10-15 chapters and it is so thick, is it not? And we are banging our head for 1 year to read that textbook. Photosynthesis, structure of heart, all of that nonsense. Is it not true? Drawing all diagrams, all science procedures, step 1, step 2, step 3. 18,000 slokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. How to read? Impossible. Of course, the impossible was being done possible. Now, can you imagine 18,000 verses, translating them into English, giving them word by word meaning, and then giving purport also. Purport in the sense, an elaborate explanation of what is the actual meaning of that shloka. Now, this magnanimous, huge scholarly, academic, and philosophical pursuit, a Herculean task, was completed by none other than His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki!
Jai!
Jai!
Jai.
Yes. Now, this ocean of transcendental literature, which has only the beautiful descriptions and the glorifications of Lord Sri Krishna, has been condensed and condensed and condensed further and further. And only the cream, the malai. How many of you have like malai kulfi? That milk is boiled and boiled and boiled, and the thick cream is frozen. Nuts are added, sugar is added, saffron is added, Krishna Prema is added, offered to Lord Sri Krishna on a hot summer day. If you enjoy it, how amazing it will be, is it not? Same way, if you relish that amazing mango nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, you will be swimming in the Ananda Kunda, as our dear Amalarjun Prabhu says, right? This amazing literature is summarized in Brahma Samhita. Now, this Brahma Samhita is supposed to have 100 chapters. 100 chapters. But due to time, all of these chapters were lost. And only one chapter was left, which is the 5th chapter. But we are so fortunate that this 5th chapter is available with us. And coincidentally, or by will of providence, by some divine arrangement, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he found this ancient scripture of Sri Brahma Samhita, the 5th chapter, in this Adikeshavan temple. So this is what we are going to see today. Excuse me. So we will see the invocation mantra of Sri Brahma Samhita and verses 29 and 30. Now, this Brahma Samhita is like a window. It's like a window. Window to where? All of you have windows beside you? See what you can see outside.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, we have window.
What is visible outside? Nothing but
building.
brown color buildings.
Other
Yes,
building.
sir.
Brown, brown, brown everywhere. Is it not true?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Okay, so this Brahma Samhita is like a window. Window into the spiritual world. Window into Goloka Vrindavana. How many of you want to have darshan of this beautiful Goloka Vrindavana? Absolutely. I love it. Jai Ho. So now we'll all embark on this wonderful journey. Last time we were all on a journey. From where to where? You remember? We were aboard a ship. That ship name was Jaladuta. And we were carrying the transcendental message of Sri Krishna from where to where?
World.
From
India to America.
correct,
Cochin to America.
India to America, Kolkata to Boston Port, right? Okay, amazing. Now we'll continue our journey from there to the spiritual world, Goloka, right? All of you are ready? Set? Set? Jai Jagannath!
Jai Jagannath.
I can't hear anything. Jai Jagannath!
Jai Jagannath.
Jai ho! Jai ho! Very good. I'm so excited to start on this amazing journey. Now, the spiritual world is completely different from what experience we have in the material world. It is said that the material world is only 1/4 of the spiritual world. And the material world is a reflection. Urdhvamulam adashakam ashwattam prahuravyayam. Which means it's like a banyan tree where the tree is growing down and the roots are growing up. So strange, right? 15th chapter, verse number 1, Bhagavad Gita explains this. Now, this is so interesting. Let's all embark on that journey of Sri Samhita. This is the verse number 1. I'm sure many of us know here. But please unmute yourself and repeat after me. Ishvara Parama Krishna.
Ishvara Parama Krishna.
Satchidananda Vigraha. Anadiradir Govinda. Sarva Karana Karanam. Yes. Who wants to read this? Anaya, go ahead.
Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes.
So if anybody asks you next time, hey, who told you Krishna is Supreme Personality? Quote this sloka and tell them, boss, my big boss, Brahma is saying, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Right? Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Krishna. Yes.
No.
Yes. So we have Vedic evidence. We are not simply saying out of blind faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality. Is it not? On the authority of the Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, we have confirmation that Lord Shri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Now, who is stating these prayers, these beautiful prayers, as our Dimple was trying to say? Is Lord Brahma. Yes. Lord Brahma is like the chief engineer of this entire world. Okay. Now, let's look at some wonderful transcendental pastimes. I'm going to, this whole session is going to be full of stories. Full of stories. Okay. All of you just sit back, relax and enjoy. But after the story, I want one promise. That you will hear the story attentively. And then after hearing, you will speak what your morals or whatever lessons you have learned. Done?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hear attentively and then let me know what morals or lessons you have learned from this. Okay. So Ishvara, the supreme controller. What does Ishvara mean? Ishvara means controller. Ishvara means controller. Now, the supreme controller means controller of controllers. Right? Even we all also have control of our organs, is it not? I'm saying my hand. Okay, my hand, come here. Go there. Legs, go here, go there. Eyes closed, eyes open. Mouth closed. Breathe in, breathe out. I have control over my body. Is it not? But do I have control over Devika's body? Do I have control over Rishikesh's body? No. No, right? So my control is only limited to my body, mind, and senses if they are under control, right? But usually our mind is not under our control. Is it not? Usually we are under the control of our mind. Okay. Now, Parameshwara means, Parama means supreme. Ishvara means controller. Now, as soon as you see this picture, what do you remember? Who is this?
Lord
Vishnu.
Lord Vishnu.
Vishnu.
Ah, Vishnu. Yes. And what are those yellow bubbles that are coming out?
Universes.
Yes. How many universes do you see there? 1, 2, 3, 10, 20? Okay, 100?
Countless. Countless.
18,000?
Countless, countless.
Unlimited
Uncountable.
universes. Unlimited universes. And those universes, imagine, universe. Right? Okay, here's an exercise, a mental exercise. Imagine a rope. Okay? All of you close your eyes. Imagine a rope. Imagine a rope and you're tying your house, your building with that rope. How big of a rope you need? A big rope, right? Very big rope. Now, imagine you are in Salmiya or Farwania, Abu Khalifa, wherever you are. I want to take this rope and tie this entire Salmiya. How big rope I want? The rope is extending. And now you have tied the entire Salmiya.
A big rope.
After so much effort. Now you are tying entire Kuwait. How big of a rope is required? Now you are tying entire
Extreme
earth.
big.
How big of a
Extreme
rope
big.
is required? You are
Extreme
tying the entire universe. How big of a rope is required? Now you understand how insignificant, chota, tiny being we are. Is it not? Very, very insignificant. That is why he is, sorry, we are Vibhu and he is Vibhu and we are small. Okay? Okay. So this is the magnanimous position of Lord Shri Krishna. He is the Parameshwara, Ishvara Parama, Supreme Controller. One personality had a doubt. Is he really the Supreme Controller? Why is this person who is supposed to be the Supreme Controller coming and playing with cows? Coming and playing like an ordinary village boy in the forests? This person is feeding curd rice to his friends. And his friends are taking from his mouth and eating. This person is catching the tail of a calf and running behind it. This person is Parameshwara? I don't think so.
Was it Lord Brahma?
Correct.
Nothing about the Supreme Lord that I do not know. As a responsible servitor, I make it a point to be informed of his transcendental activities. Hence, I believe this is the feat of a very powerful magician. Nevertheless, I must make sure who he is before he bewilders the innocent humans. Yes. So, this is where the blue boy hides, lost in the...
Look for them everywhere. Come on, Subala. Sit down. You haven't even had your lunch. I'll take care of it, Subala. They must have wandered into the forest. Just sit down and eat. All of you stay here. I'll be back with the calves. Look at this, it's raining! Does Krishna has is you, Brahma, who wishes to play with me. I have appeared on the earth on your call, and now even you are really bewildered. It is already late, and these mothers are anxious about their sons. I shall not allow this trick of Brahma to break the hearts of these mothers. There's one more to go.
How can this be? The cowherd boys are asleep in the clouds, and the calves hidden away in the happy dreamland. How can they all be here, playing with Krishna? What is this? And how is my Lord Vishnu here? I am Brahma. Who are all these Brahmas? What is going on? Oh Lord! My Lord, I am an insignificant glowworm before you, whose brilliance is more than 1,000 suns. But how is it?
Simply by Vedic knowledge or yogic meditation. I can be understood only by love and devotion.
O Krishna, origin of all Vishnus, O Master, please forgive my grave offense. You have
This is the wonderful pastime of Brahma Vimohana Leela. Right? Many of us are familiar with this. So what happened that time? So many Brahmas were coming, is it not?
nothing about
See. Okay. So this exchange between Lord Brahma and Sri Krishna, where Lord Brahma offers prayers to Lord Sri Krishna, is the entire Brahma Samhita. It is the glorification of Lord Sri Krishna, establishing him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the description of the highest truth, highest absolute truth. And it also gives us glimpses and descriptions of the spiritual world, and also in essence summarizes the transcendental activities, pastimes, attributes, qualities, opulences, and descriptions of the form of the Lord, other demigods like Ganesha, Shiva, Durga, etc. And their relation in connection with Lord Sri Krishna. So it establishes the absolute truth that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Also, it is in conjunction, or it is a summarization of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada very much liked Sri Brahma Samhita very much, and encouraged also many of his devotees to, disciples and followers to sincerely study the Brahma Samhita. So now we all understand the background of what Brahma Samhita is and how it came about. So what is Brahma Samhita?
Prayers offered to Lord Krishna by Brahma.
Correct. And who gave us Brahma Samhita?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya
Correct.
Mahaprabhu.
Correct. It is said that at that particular point in time, around 90% of the Vedas were lost. Can you imagine? 90% of the Vedas were lost. All your sciences, all your literatures, everything were burnt away. It is said that there is a university, a Vedic university in India, very famous, called Takshashila and Nalanda. And the Muslim emperors set fire to the university library. And in that library, the ancient rishis and sages, they used to write their scriptures on iPads, right?
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji.
Oh, yeah, I heard somewhere that Bhagavad Gita was sent as a WhatsApp status.
No.
So how did they write all the scriptures?
Prabhuji, they wrote on leaves.
Yes,
What?
They wrote on leaves.
They wrote on leaves.
Correct. Palm leaves. Talapatra. Okay, so they wrote it on Talapatra. All these palm leaves were stored in a huge university library there. And the Muslim emperor set fire to that library. It was said that around 60 to 100 years, the university was burning continuously. Those many amount of books were there. Can you imagine? One library burning for 100 years? How much of wealth of knowledge was lost in that library? So, such a misfortune. But it is our great fortune that at least we have the 5th chapter. And that 5th chapter is so perfect within itself, Purnamada Purnamidam, that it has these beautiful descriptions of Lord Shri Krishna. One day, what happened? Lord Brahma wanted to visit Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha. And he goes to Vaikuntha, and then at the entrance, the Dwarapalaka or the gatekeeper asks, "Hey, who are you?" Because they are all Vaikuntha Vasis. For them, as mortal living entities in the material world are nothing. So they are asking us, and especially Vishnu or Krishna is the supreme personality. You can imagine all sorts of important personalities come there, visit every day. Is it not? In front of some mundane film actors and some normal famous personalities or so-called celebrities of this world, right, who are subject to birth, death, old age and disease, there are people who are lining up as fans and things like that outside. So what to speak about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his entrance in Vaikuntha? There are innumerable people waiting there in line for ages together. So Brahmaji visits there and the gatekeeper asks, "Hey, who are you?" "What do you mean, who are you?" "I am Brahma. I am the creator of this universe. And you are asking me, who are you?" He says, "Brahma? Which Brahma?" He says, "What do you mean, which Brahma?" "I am Brahma." Then he says, "Sir, you are not the only Brahma. You are only 4-headed Brahma. There is 8-headed Brahma. There is 10-headed Brahma. There is 100-headed Brahma. There is 1,000-headed Brahma. And even 10,000-headed Brahma. There is a Brahma with 1,000,000 heads also." And do you know, the more complex and complicated and intricate the universe is, that many heads the Brahma has. So our Brahma has only 4 heads. So you can imagine how simple our universe is. So there are other higher universes which are much more complex in detail and intricate. This Brahma gets bewildered that, my gosh, I am only 4-headed Brahma. I am so insignificant. In the video we just saw, right? He's saying, "I am nothing but a worm." And this Brahma is the most magnanimous personality within this universe. Now, this Brahma is glorifying Lord Shri Krishna, his master and father and mother. Where is Brahma born? Where is Brahmaji born?
He was born in a lotus
In
flower.
a lotus flower that is coming from the navel of Lord Vishnu.
What is that? Lotus Hospital in Kuwait City?
Lotus flower.
Prabhu.
Lotus flower.
Flower.
Lotus flower.
Flower.
Yes.
Where is this lotus flower?
In the name.
From the navel of Lord Vishnu.
Navel of Lord Vishnu.
Yes, all intelligence of Prahlad Gurukul. Huh? That's why I want group discussion. Jai Ho. So from the navel of Lord Vishnu comes a beautiful lotus. And on the top of that lotus is Lord Brahma, who is taking birth. Okay. So there were many other Brahmas who were taking care of other universes as well. And this Brahma is taking care of this particular universe. And then he realizes how insignificant he was. And if he realizes how insignificant he is, then how insignificant we must be. Is it not true? Brahmaloka is
Yes,
the highest planet within this universe. And we are right in the middle. So we are also very insignificant. Okay. So what are some important key takeaways? Everything emanates from Lord Krishna, and he is the master of Brahma also, the creator. Right? Next, all the Brahmas follow the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Right? If the chief of this universe is following the instructions of Sri Krishna, then what to speak of us? We also have to mold our lives in the instructions, as per the instructions of Lord Sri Krishna. Yes, Shivanand and Pritika. First, I saw Pritika's hand raised. So, Pritika first.
Prabhuji, my doubt is that Prabhuji, you said the Dwaraka, the guards of Lord Vishnu said that ask Brahmaji, which Brahma, there are many Brahmas with so many heads. But then how can Brahma be insignificant even if the other Brahmas have different heads? Just because the other Brahmas has different number of heads.
Out of his human, good question. So her question is, there are so many Brahmas and Brahma is an important position. So how can we say that Brahma is insignificant? Certainly not. It is not our position to say that Brahma is insignificant. However, out of humility here, he presents himself in these prayers that in comparison to the sun, however big torchlight you have, however big the flame it is always insignificant. Therefore, in front of Lord Sri Krishna or Lord Vishnu, whoever that personality is, he will always be insignificant. In the video we saw, Lord Sri Krishna was nothing but a small boy of 5 years old. And still, his position was of supreme controller. Is it not? So therefore, in comparison to the Lord, all of us are insignificant. Good question. Thank you. Yes, Shivana.
Prabhuji, just wanted to add a point that in one of the lectures I heard, it was said that no one is greater or equal to Lord Krishna.
Yes, correct. So there is a name of, okay, this is a bonus question. Whoever answers this question gets big haribol from me. There is a name of Lord Sri Krishna which states that there is nobody equal to him or greater than him. What is the name of Lord Sri Krishna?
Parameshwara?
Yogeshwara?
Parameshwara.
Parameshwara.
Parameshwara means Supreme Controller. Yes, Anaya.
Prabhuji, Yogeshwara?
No, not Yogeshwara. There is one name of Lord Sri. Sorry, Rishikesh?
Prabhuji, Achyuta?
Achyuta means infallible, which means he will not fall down from his position as Supreme Controller. It's not like after 5 years, now we have Narendra Modi as Prime Minister. After that, he will go and somebody else will come. No, Krishna is Krishna. He is always the Supreme Controller. So the name of Lord Sri Krishna, that nobody is equal to him or greater than him, is Asama Urdhva, which means Asama. A means negation. Sama means equal. Urdhva means greater. Asama Urdhva is the name of Lord Sri Krishna. Okay? Jai. Question can we take up in the end, if you don't mind, because we just had 20 minutes to wrap up so much. Okay. Jai. So this is the next verse which we chant. So Ishvara Parama Krishna is usually chanted as the invocation mantra, and then Chintamani onwards we chant as the glorification of Lord Sri Krishna. This is where the prayers of Lord Brahma begins, but technically it is the verse number 29 in chapter 5. Okay, but in common parlance or in common usage, we say it as Brahma Samhita verse number 1, because in the prayer sequence it is verse number 1. Okay, so all of you please repeat after me. Chintamani prakara satma sukalpa vriksha.
चिन्तामणि प्रकरशः
Laksha videshu surabhir abhipalayantam.
लक्षाभिषुरभिरभिपालयन्तम्
Lakshmi sahasrashata sambhrama sevyamanam.
लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानम्
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami.
गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं अहं भजामि
Jai Ho. I see Punarnava's hand raised in advance. So Jai Ho, please read.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire, in abodes filled with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis.
Yes. See, not only hundreds and thousands of Brahmas, but hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. Okay. Purpose trees is Kalpa Vriksha, desire trees. We all state in the Vaishnava Pranam Shloka, right? Vancha Kalpatarubhyasha, which means all desires are fulfilled by the grace and mercy of Vaishnavas. So these kind of Kalpa Vriksha or desire trees are filled in Goloka Vrindavana. So now we are having a glance, a peek from that window of Brahma Samhita into the spiritual world of Goloka Vrindavana. Okay, the primeval Lord, which means he is the highest Lord, the first Lord. Okay, the progenitor who is tending the cows. Supreme Personality of Godhead is doing what in this planet?
Tending the cows.
Yes, such a beautiful activity, is it not? If anybody asks, what is the Supreme Personality doing? How beautiful it is that you say, my Lord is tending cows in his planet. Right? Krishna is the lover of cows. That is why his name is Govinda. Govinda! Govinda! Jai Ho! Jai Ho! Go means two things. Go means senses and go also means cows, mother cow. So Govinda means one who gives pleasure to the cows. Okay. So all of you know many such pastimes. Oh, there is one verse which all students in Krishna Guru, all students in Prahlad Gurukul know. One verse which you chant in the Mangalacharan every single Friday, which also glorifies Lord Sri Krishna as lover of cows. Who knows this verse?
नमो ब्रह्मणे देवाय
Jai Ho, Jai Ho. So finally the prayers are working out, Prabhuji's and Mataji's. So our children are learning. Jai, all glories. So let's look ahead. What happened one day? Your videos are lagging. So can I just switch off the video for some time? But I'm right here.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, dear. So one day what happened? All the Gopa friends of Lord Sri Krishna were teasing him. Krishna, you are such a baby. Your Maya only gives you calves to take care. Baby, baby, baby. They were all teasing Krishna. You are such a baby, small baby. Hearing all these teasing words of the Gopas, Krishna's lower lip started to tremble in anger. Big teardrops were falling from his, rosy cheek. Like shiny pearls, they were falling, the teardrops. The words of his Gopa friends were ringing in his ears. Again and again, baby, baby, you, baby, baby. I will tell you who is baby, baby. He ran back to his mother Yashoda, and then when looking at his child, his beloved child coming back, but he was coming back all alone. Usually he is coming back with his calves and friends. Then when Krishna was coming back all alone, in such fumigating anger, Maya was shouting, Yashoda Maya, Kana, Kana, listen to me. Come home, you're so dirty, covered with dust. Come, let me give you a nice bath. Then Kanha simply dashes ahead without looking at Yashoda Maya. Then Yashoda Maya is concerned. Why, what happened? Did Dauji means big brother, did Balaram say something to you? Come, I've cooked laddus and puris filled with cream. Come, enjoy, have all of these delicacies and go to sleep. But nothing seemed to be making Kanha happy. In this way, he fell asleep in anger. That night, Yashoda Mai goes to Nanda Maharaj and says, Kana has become a big boy now. He has become a big boy. He is 5 years old. I am thinking that we should hand over the charge of the cows to him. What do you think? And then Nanda Maharaj says, yes, I agree, 100% agree with you. So they have a big festival. And next morning when Krishna woke up, Maya Yashoda says, I've spoken to Nanda Baba. Nanda Baba says that you have become a big boy. And now you can take care of the cows. Be quick, get ready and go to the forest. Hearing these enthusiastic words, Krishna's smile widened from ear to ear. Such beautiful smile of Lord Shri Krishna. Is it not? And then Kanha jumped into the lap of his mother. And then Maya embraced him. In no time, Kanha got ready so fast and quickly that he was quick, ready to go to school. Sometimes even we on our birthdays or something like that. No other day we are so eager to go to school. But that day before, our bags are packed, homeworks are done, diaries signed, chocolates are packed, uniform is ironed, no uniform, new dress, right? New dress is kept, everything set. 6 o'clock we wake up usually, 5:30 we are up on our birthday and super excited to go to school and celebrate our birthday with all of our friends, right? I know that was a thing of the past. I wish all of those days come more and more ahead very soon for all of you. But still, we have those amazing days where we used to go to school, or now also we are very excited for Prahlad Gurukul. As soon as the clock strikes 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you know where to log in, right? Jai Ho! We are all excited in the same way to log into Krishna group. Yes. So, like that, Krishna was very, very excited to take the big cows to graze in the forest. Yashoda Maya, before before Lord Shri Krishna started the forest, Yashoda Maya gave him a potli. Potli means a bag, a cloth bag, filled with his lunch prasad, snacks prasad. Lunch prasad, snacks prasad means everybody's bellies is going grrr. Is it not? Everybody is so peckish and hungry. Let us fill our ears with Krishna Katha, and then after that fill our bellies with Krishna Prasada. Okay? So before that, let's continue. Now, Krishna got his lunch bag, and he also got his shoes and chappal from his mother. And then Krishna was asking, Maya, now you have given me this lunch prasad and my chappal, my sandals for me, my footwear. Now we have so many cows. Now for all of those cows, will you also give them chappal and sandals? Then Yashoda Mai is saying, what do you think we will give sandals to the cows? Do we have 1 cow, 2 cow, 10 cows? How many cows did Nanda Maharaj have?
1 lakh.
9 lakh cows. So 9 lakh into 4, not 1 or 2 cows have 4 legs. We have only 2 legs, right? So you can imagine 9 lakh into 4, those many chappals you have to make. And that too, Krishna had golden chappals. So you will make 9 lakh into 4 golden chappals for cows. So now Yashoda Mai was asking, how can we make so many chappals for the cows? Then Krishna said, no chappal for cows, no going out. That's all. And then he goes away inside. And then all the cows are hearing. Krishna says, Yashoda Maya, if you don't give chappal or sandals to all the cows in Vrindavan, then from tomorrow onwards, I will go barefoot without any sandals. That is how much intensity, how much love he has for his cows. As soon as all the cows were hearing Lord Sri Krishna and Mother Yashoda's conversation, they were thinking, my dear Krishna, my beloved Krishna, my master will walk with this soft butter-like lotus feet, which we are having the beautiful darshan of here. This lotus feet, where all the sages, where all the devotees are taking shelter, which is the perfection of life for all the yogis, which are described in such glorious, choicest words throughout the Vedic scriptures. These feet is going barefoot in the forests of Vrindavan, where there are so many thorns, pebbles, rocks that will hurt the soft, tender skin of Lord Shri Krishna. All the cows were so much concerned with love. So what do? They all have a big gathering. Listen, now we are under the control of, or we are under the service of Lord Shri Krishna. He is our master now. He will come to tend us to the forests. So we shall go throughout Vrindavan and we shall pulverize, which means powder up all the pebbles and thorns. So with their own bare foot, all the cows of Vrindavan go out in one night, in one single night. They go out to Vrindavan and with their own hoofs, they start stomping on the mud of Vrindavan. Full with their, hoofs. The entire pebbles, stones, thorns, twigs, everything in Vrindavan is pulverized and smashed to such a fine dust. That dust, if you touch it, it is so soft like makhan, like sweet butter. Even today, if you go and touch the smooth sand of Braja, it is same silky like that in the same way. So that is one more evidence, right, of Lord Krishna's love for the cows and the love for Lord Shri Krishna also from the cows. So the cows also love Lord Shri Krishna and the Lord also loves his cows the same way. So this is the pastime of the exchange. Look at this. Lord Shri Krishna had so many cows. Your eyesight, wherever the eyesight goes, till there the cows are keep on going. What a sight to see, is it not? When Lord Shri Krishna is coming in the evening in the sunset, it is said that when the cows are coming back home, the dust of Braja rises up in the air of Vrindavan. And when Krishna's sweat mixes with the dust of Braja, then the sweat turn into pink pearls and decorate the lotus face of Lord Shri Krishna. What a beautiful darshan, is it not? Jai Ho. So this is the wonderful, beautiful exchange of mother cows and Lord Shri Krishna. Krishna is the lover, or Krishna loves cows. And Goloka, which means it's the planet, the abode of cows. Okay. So Govinda is his name. What are some key takeaways? Krishna loves his cows so very dearly and cared a lot for them. Krishna's devotees always want to reciprocate with Krishna's love for them. Krishna wanted to reject his own footwear, his own comfort for the sake of his devotees. Krishna wanted to break his own promise in the battlefield so that he can protect his devotee Arjuna, and he lifted the chariot wheel in pursuit of Bhishmadev. So Krishna is always protecting his beautiful devotees. So that is why we also must reciprocate in this way to Lord Shri Krishna and express our love. And one of those beautiful ways is to serve mother cows. So if we serve mother cows, it will bring great pleasure to Lord Shri Krishna. Okay?
Yes,
This is
Prabhuji.
verse number 30. Venum kvanantamaravinda galaya taksham. Please repeat. Arhavatam samasitam buddha sundarangam. Kandarpakotikamaniya vishesha shobham. Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Jai Ho. So we've had two girls recite before, and Shivanand has raised his hand. Yes, Shivanand.
Prabhuji, shall I start?
Yes, please. You can read the translation.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord.
Primeval Lord.
Primeval, right?
The primeval Lord.
Primeval Lord, who is
Adept.
in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock's feather, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
Cupids. Yes.
Cupids.
Yes. So many aspects to glorify within this verse. To actually speak, these translations were provided by and purports were given by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Who is he? He is the spiritual master of our beloved Srila Prabhupada. Yes. So each particular word, if you pick and describe, you can have like 4 or 5 hours of seminar on one word itself. And this one particular verse, if you start describing, probably you can keep glorifying for years together. So, but it's not possible. So we will just have maybe 1 or 2 aspects of these words described. I was just reading here. See, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds. These blue clouds are the same clouds like when fresh rain comes and a fresh cloud is formed above, right? The bluish gray cloud. Vande navagana shyamam dvibhujam muralidharam pitambara devam saradam purushottamam. This is the glorification of Lord Shri Krishna. Vande navagana shyamam. His bodily hue or complexion is blackish blue, just like a fresh rain cloud. Okay, so there are many descriptions like this. Yes. So let us have a small pastime. Now, one day what happened is Radharani was in her home, and Lord Shri Krishna goes secretly to visit Radharani. They spend a lot of time happily, talking with each other like that. After some time, Krishna was about to leave. And then Jatila and Kutila, who are they? They are the mother-in-laws of Radharani. They come there and they hear something. some chatter going on between friends, right? Especially in classroom or in the house, some silence is going on. Parents get suspicious. Hey, what are you doing? So similarly here, the mother-in-laws also came. They were asking, Radharani, what are you doing? Once again, did Krishna come here to cause some trouble and mischief? Are you once again meeting Krishna secretly? Then Radharani says, no, I did not meet Krishna. There was nobody here. I'm all alone by myself. Then Jatila and Kutila were suspicious and they were thinking and looking about. No, I can see that this whole room is filled with the fragrance of Sri Krishna. Such beautiful aromatic fragrance, such charismatic and amazing spiritual bliss I am able to sense in this room. No, definitely he was here. Tell me the truth. Oh, what is that behind you? See here. Is it not? See here, what is this? Behind Radharani.
The flute.
There was a flute. Yes.
Flute.
There was a flute. And then now, Jatila and Kutila were suspicious. Look at this. Look at this flute. Definitely Krishna came here and you were meeting Krishna secretly. What's going on? Tell me the truth. Then Radharani says, oh, this flute. Actually, what happened is, in our house, there was a rain of flutes. Yesterday night, did you not know? There was a big rain of flutes. And I love flutes so much. You already know that. So simply, I took one of those flutes in that rain and I was just, simply enjoying the flute. I was simply playing with the flute. What? Rain of flutes? Do you think there is shortage of cauliflower? This flower, sunflower, that flower in Vrindavan? You are putting one big flower in my face? In my ear? Don't tell lies. Dharani said, no, I'm not telling any lies. If you want, go outside and see. There was a big rain of flutes. Really? Rain of flutes. Let's go outside and see what was there. Jatila and Kutila go outside of the house and see. There is a big rain of flutes. Flutes falling all over. Ito flute, ato flute, yato flute. Everywhere flute only. So like that. See, Radharani's courtyard was full of flutes. Then Jatila and Kutila could not understand what is this miracle that was going on in the palace of the courtyard of Radharani's house. And then finally, they went away, they accepted. Right? Then Radharani says, see, now you understood. There are so many flutes. I simply took one flute and I was playing with it. That's all. Right? So, this is the wonderful transcendental quality or one pastime of this beautiful flute of Lord Sri Krishna. I just have one more video of Lord Sri Krishna. How enchanting, all of us know, the flute of Lord Sri Krishna. How enchanting, how nectarian, how melodious the flute of Lord Sri Krishna is. Please enjoy.
He spent all the years of his blissful childhood here, filling the hearts of the inhabitants of Vrindavan with pure love for him. Along with them, he performed amazing pastimes and left his lotus footprints in the dust of these enchanting forests. These sylvan groves, these cobbled streets and friendly homes, these picturesque banks of the river Yamuna, to tell the stories of his wondrous feats. His enduring pastimes have been recorded in the ancient Sanskrit classic from India, the Bhagavata Purana. These stories have enthralled generations of eager readers and have carved a special place for Krishna, darling of Vrindavan, in their hearts.
I am going to collect a big basket of this lovely fruit as a special gift for Nanda Maharaj. That's so thoughtful of you, Subala.
Look how hard Madhumangal's working.
Yeah.
He's giving himself a lot of special gifts.
I just can't think of anything else but this. Subala, you deserve to take a nap as well.
Good idea, brother. I'm for that.
But Krishna, I'm not done yet. I'll take care of it, Subala.
To the sweet notes of Krishna's flute, I can't keep myself from dancing. Come on, Lalita. Come on, Vishaka.
Krishna is up to. Radha, let's go and tell Mother Yashoda what Krishna is doing. Let's go, let's go. Wow, look at all that fruit. This is absolutely amazing. There's enough fruit for me to give everyone.
Yes, who could have possibly done this?
So you made the miracle, Dadi Loba?
He spent all.
This is one more such enchanting pastime of Lord Shri Krishna's flute.
Babaji, don't stop the video. We want to see it forever.
Hey, what do you want?
Today's class should go on till evening.
I see. What shall I play then? An excellent choice. You are as gracious as you are beautiful. I will wear it with honor.
Hare Krishna. So that is some beautiful pastime that I thought, okay, Venum Kwanantam. So I just picked the first word and thought I'll describe some pastimes in that. So some key takeaways. So it's always important that we learn some message that we can apply in our practical life, right? So some takeaways that I felt I can share. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is our only savior. He's our only savior. And the Lord can do anything to protect and save his devotees from danger. Right? Is it not true? This example we saw where in Bahula, right? Lover of cows. That example we saw how the Bahula is a cow and Tara is her calf. So Bahula is captured by a tiger. And then the tiger says, Bahula, that I'm going to eat you. And Bahula says to the tiger that, no, I have a calf, Tara. She needs my milk. Right? If she doesn't have my milk, she will die. So I will feed my calf, Tara, and I will come back to you and you can eat me later on in the morning. So then Bahula goes back to Tara and then feeds Tara. And then in the morning she comes back very morose from the cow. What is that? The place where Tara and sorry.
Goshala?
Yeah, from the Goshala, correct. Where Tara was there, and then she returns back along with the villager who's taking care of them. The villager notices Bahula that she's very depressed and she's walking away somewhere into the cave. And then Tara also doesn't want to leave her mother, so Tara also is following Bahula behind. And then Bahula, Tara, and this villager go into the cave. And then the tiger encounters all three of them. Right? Then when they encounter all three of them, then okay, I have a small video to demonstrate that. One second. No. Okay, so when Tara and Bahula and the villager encounter the tiger, then the tiger says, "Wow, I actually wanted only the cow, but now I got three. Which should I start? Where from should I start?" And then the cow says, "No, I have promised you that you will eat me, so please eat me and leave my Tara alone." And then Tara says, "No, I am young, I am newborn. My meat is very tender, my flesh is very tender. You eat me, leave my mother alone." And then the villager says, No, what kind of person are you? You are going to kill these innocent animals? You better eat me. You have danger from me. Anyway, as a villager, I'll trouble you as a tiger again and again. So you eat me and your miseries are over. And in that way, all three of them are having an argument with the tiger. Then finally, Krishna comes into the scene to the rescue. And then Krishna says that because Krishna tells the tiger that because Bahula was an honest cow, she kept her word. That is why you should respect her honesty and release her. And because Tara is very innocent, you should also release her out of mercy. And she said, then the tiger was saying, "Oh, then if not these two, I can eat the villager now." Then Krishna tells the tiger that what kind of a noble creature are you? A tiger is supposed to be very majestic, very aristocratic. In the jungle, it's a very royal animal. And out of your royalty and nobility, you want to kill an innocent old man, a villager? How is this possible for you? It is not befitting your nobility. So then Sri Krishna places his lotus hand on the head of the tiger and then blesses it. And then the tiger has a change of heart and then releases all of them and goes away into the forest. So this way, whenever Lord Sri Krishna comes, he's always protecting his devotees. So this we saw, and also we saw how Lord Sri Krishna also protected Srimati Radharani in the rain of flutes. Srimati Radharani is the highest, she is the supreme devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. Okay, here is the question. This is probably the last slide. It is said that Lord Sri Krishna has 3 kinds of flutes and 8 kinds of tunes that he plays. The 3 kinds of flutes that he has are Venu, Murali and Basuri. Okay, Venu, Murali and Basuri. And the 8 kinds of tunes, not 8 tunes, 8 kinds of tunes. And there are unlimited ragas within music, Carnatic music. Okay, so the 8 kinds of tunes, when Krishna vibrates his flute. Tune number 1, demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma break their meditation and forget everything. Lord Shiva stops playing his drum, the damaru. Lord Brahma sits astonished on his lotus flower. And Lord Anantashesh starts swaying hypnotically when they hear this tune of Lord Shri Krishna. Tune number 2, Yamuna river flows backwards. Can you imagine that? When Lord Shri Krishna plays his flute, Yamuna ji is going backwards. Tune number 3, the moon stops moving. Tune number 4, the cows run up to Krishna and stay motionless. They are so stumped in ecstasy while hearing Shri Krishna's flute, and they are staying with upraised ears, just listening and absorbing the transcendental mellow of Shri Krishna's flute. Tune number 5, gopis go madly running towards Shri Krishna, and when he plays this flute in such a way, the stones in Vrindavan melt. Tune number 6, we saw this in the video. When Lord Shri Krishna plays his flute, it creates this beautiful weather of autumn season. Everything around is blossoming with fruits, flowers, nectar. The bees are going crazy on all the fruits, collecting all the nectar and humming the lotus names or the beautiful names of Lord Shri Krishna. And all the 6 seasons are ushered in one go. And all the best features of all the 6 seasons are manifested in their full splendor in one shot when Shri Krishna is playing his flute. Now it is summertime in Kanyadesh. You're all feeling hot but cool within the artificial condition of this AC. So forget the artificial AC and listen to actual AC, which is Abhaya Charanaramda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada's message. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So Lord Shri Krishna's flute has such a transcendental effect that all 6 seasons are coming in one go. Tune category 7, soft breezes carry the perfumed aromas of fresh flowers. And tune number 8, it takes the name of Sri Radha and steals her self-control and forcibly speeds Sri Radha to meet Krishna. Right? So these are the beautiful tunes, or in amazing ways, Lord Shri Krishna enchants all of his wonderful devotees. Right? Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Shri Krishna ki Jai.
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 This is the beautiful darshan of Shri Shri Radha Madhav in Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir. Shri Shri Radha Madhav Ashtasaki Vrinda ki
Jai.
ki Jai. Lakshmideva Bhavan ki Jai.
Jai.
This is today's darshan. This is today's darshan of Shri Shri Radha Madhav. This is also yesterday's darshan, but it's so beautiful and enchanting. Like all the seasons have manifested on their, wonderful transcendental attires. So I thought, okay, I'll just share this with all of you. So yes, thank you all so much for all of your patient listening. And I see some hands raised. But before that, I just wanted to say that I haven't actually done justice to these verses because there is so much to describe. But I thought I will keep it a little light, not very heavy in philosophy, but still take away some very important messages from all of these verses. So I encourage all of you to memorize all of these verses. And if there are any mistakes or shortcomings, I humbly beg forgiveness from all of you. And please pray for me so that I can do much more better service and glorify Lord Shri Shri Krishna's amazing transcendental Naam Roop Guna Leela in accordance with the Acharya's teachings. Thank you all so much. I see some hands raised. So any questions, any comments, any takeaways and realizations that you want to add further, I'm very, very, very excited to hear from all of you. Hari Bol.
Anaya?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Brahma is why is Krishna, meaning Lord Vishnu, made lots of Brahmas. He could handle the all universe in his little hand. Then why he made lots of Brahmas with millions head, 7 heads?
Good question. See, intelligent questions. Prabhuji, our Prahlad Gurukul Krishna group students are geniuses. Yeah, ho. Now I have one question to you. Reverse question. Anaya, what is the name of your school?
Don Bosco.
Don Bosco School. Okay. Nikhil, what is the name of your school? Nikhil is not here. Devika, what is the name of your school?
It's Lotus Lab.
Lotus. Wow. Jai ho. Okay. And Pranav, what is the name of your school? Pranav or Pritika, both of you. Bhavans. Now we have three different schools, right? Don Bosco, Lotus Flower, and Bhavans. Now, Anaya, your school's principal is the same principal as Bhavans or Lotus School, no, right?
No.
All three schools have different principals, but we can have one principal only for everybody, right?
No.
No. Similarly, every universe also has one particular in charge. Every country has its own prime minister or president. Similarly, every universe has its own creator, its own chief engineer, who is taking care of the affairs of that particular universe. Okay? So like that, depending on the magnanimity, the bigger the universe, the more complex the universe, that many heads Lord Brahma is having. Of that particular Brahma is having. Okay? So many Brahmas. Very good. Yes. Neha.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. I don't
Hare
have any
Krishna.
doubts, Prabhuji, but I just wanted to say huge thank you for today's class because we learned so much, but more than that, all of the slides were so attractive, Prabhuji. I have taken screenshots of all the pictures because like we could not look away from the slides. I'm not exaggerating, but like all of the pictures so beautiful, and thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for those encouraging words. All glories to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, his followers, and his all the previous acharyas who are empowering us and inspiring us to share all of these wonderful messages. Thank you so much. So I will be sharing this presentation with all of you in high resolution so that you can have also a copy with all of you, and wherever you want, you can refer. Or all these beautiful pictures, you can just visualize and meditate for your own bliss, transcendental bliss. Thank you so much, Neha. Yes, Pritika.
Previously, I heard that Lord will become very happy if the devotees take care of the mother cows and all. So, will Lord be happy if non-devotees also take care of them?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is such a good question. Such a good question, is it not? For example, our family members, like for example, your aunt, your uncle, your grandparents, all of you love you so affectionately. They will give you so many gifts. They will praise you. They will take care of you, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And when they do that, your parents are so happy for you. Oh, they are so nicely taking care of Kritika, is it not? But if somebody else from outside also comes and says, your Pritika is such a good girl, she's such a nice devotee, she's chanting so nicely every day, reading Prabhupada's books, attending Prahlad Gurukul classes. So then your parents will be even more pleased with those outsiders also, is it not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, similar way, Krishna doesn't differentiate in that way. But of course, it is yes and no. He is more inclined to his devotees, but to his eyes, everybody is equal.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Prabhuji,
much.
and one more question.
Yes.
Prabhuji, you showed the pictures of the deities of Sri Rama for today's and yesterday's darshan. So, are those flowers actually real or is it artificial?
All those flowers are absolutely 100% real. All the gemstones are real. All the wonderful garments are real. all the wonderful offerings that are offered to the Lord are real, except for my bhakti, which is trying to become real. Hare Krishna. It is not only real, the amazing beauty of the Lord, from real, it becomes unreal. So it's unbelievable, unimaginable.
Prabhuji, I don't have words to express how transcendentally I am elevated today after hearing your beautiful, real lecture, bringing the Vrindavan pastimes right in front of our eyes. In fact, the way you have taken this whole journey, I would think it's not a class, it's a journey. Right from the time you started with Ishvara Parama Krishna till you spoke about the flute, it only goes to show that you have put in so much of effort and hard work in giving this beautiful session for the children. And I'm sure every child who has been a part of today's class is going to be immensely benefited. I view this class as a truly transcendental class, as we feel that there's a big difference between the karmis, the jnanis, and only the bhaktas are really close to Bhagavan. So you have made us to think about what bhakti can do. A sincere bhakti can really help us to have association of Lord Krishna and play with him in Goloka Vrindavan. And I think you have rightfully enforced that in your last 1.5 hours of your lecture. So thank you so much. So I request Rasamai Mataji, Himavati Mataji, and Sarvadita Mataji to add a few words before we wind up today's session, please.
Absolutely. And I want to hear more and more from other students as well. I wouldn't say students because I consider all of you as my young friends. Although I am old in body, my mind is probably younger than all of you.
Children are swimming in Ananda Kunda. They are not able to talk.
Hare Krishna.
Rasamai Mataji.
Hari Bol, Prabhuji. No words.
Hari.
Nothing what to say. Super duper class. No words as always, Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. All of us really enjoyed. Thank you so much. Every week you take class, Prabhuji. It's better for us.
Yes, we can
I
retire.
would love to.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
We can all retire.
Yeah, Hari Bol.
We can be
Prabhuji. Just sit and listen.
Shravan. We can only do
Shravan.
Shravan.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you so much,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Sarvadita Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, actually, I was on duty. I could hear only the nectarian class. I missed your slides as Neha was telling. It was wonderful slides. I could only see this video, only last part of video. Then I
Don't worry,
missed it,
Mataji. Prabhuji will share it.
Yes.
Yeah, because then after that, one thing I just want to say that after hearing this wonderful nectarian class, my love towards Krishna is not doubled, but in 2,000 like that, it's increased.
Explosion.
Jai.
Explosion.
Yeah, really.
Explosion. Hydrogen bomb.
Yeah, really. It's only thing. And then I just want to ask about the children also, how they feel, how they felt after hearing this class. Maybe the same feeling from their part also, I feel so. I just want to hear from all the students after hearing this wonderful class. Now, as Prabhuji said, you are all in transcendental level. You are in Ananda Gunta. I just want to hear from all. Children, please respond.
So children, please unmute yourself. Mataji is requesting all of you to share your realization.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It was a very good class, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
And one more request from my part.
It was a brilliant class, Prabhuji.
Yeah, one more request from my part. That at least like after hearing this wonderful class, you should do one thing. if you have Brahma Samhita book daily, at least try to recite once in a day. And you can, everybody is using net and this mobile and all these things. You can open your YouTube and you can hear this wonderful Brahma Samhita song early morning if possible. Otherwise, once in a day, so that you can recite and you can by heart it. Please do.
Yes,
request from my
that is a very valuable suggestion.
By-hearted Brahma Samhita.
Very
Who,
good.
by-hearted?
Jai Ho.
Yeah, okay.
So all of us also who haven't, we'll take inspiration, and as our dear Mataji and teacher has instructed, we'll all take this as a sankalpa today. So we've all seen, right, how we should reciprocate to the love of Sri Krishna. Even cows are reciprocating. So we should reciprocate even more nicely, right? We nicely recite all of these beautiful prayers offered by Lord Brahma. So we'll all learn them nicely, internalize, meditate on them, and offer it every single day with our sincere, beautiful hearts. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for that instruction.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Vishwakalyan Prabhu. Thank you for the nectarian class. We all were in Vrindavan for the past 1.5 hours. So
free ticket to Vrindavan.
Free ticket to Vrindavan.
Yes,
we were very sad. Actually, we planned a trip to Vrindavan last year, but because of this corona, we couldn't go to Vrindavan. So that sorrow, that sadness inside our mind, a lesson, I think 50-60% of that sadness has gone after seeing your all those nice videos, Krishna's pastimes. By seeing your video, I was thinking about the trip we went long back to Vrindavan. Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful class. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, man. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
I just, when Prabhuji mentioned about, we'll just wind up in the next 30 seconds. When Krishna, plays his flute, the calves actually take the milk from the mother's udder, and after hearing, it forgets to swallow the milk. So that is the effect of Krishna's Venu. So it's mesmerizing. Just imagine ourselves being in Vrindavan with Krishna. I think that's the best gift that we can ever have. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. So let us all chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji for his brilliant efforts and for the wonderful class today, the journey to Vrindavan. And we have not purchased the return ticket, so let us be there forever. So thank you so much. Let us loudly chant, all of you unmute. Let us loudly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, followed by the Vaishnava Pranama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva patitanaam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Antakodi vaishnavendra ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much. Have a blissful Krishna conscious day and the rest of the week ahead. We'll all see you same time, same place once again with another nectarian Krishna Katha pastime. Thank you.
Hari Hari.
Thank you,
Prabhu, we have announcements.
Prabhu.
We have announcements for Gita Championship and daily japa.
Yes. One thing, I hope all the children have registered for the Bhagavad Gita Championship League. If you have not done, please do it. Please do it today. And then we will tell you the date as to when we propose to have the session, maybe in the next few days. So please, I'm sure most of your exams are going to get over within the next few days. So after that, 1 or 2 hours you can dedicate to look into the questions, and it's going to be easy questions only. Don't worry about that. So as I mentioned earlier, we are going to have three prizes, grand prizes. And so it's just not for the prize, it's more for the participation and trying to understand what Krishna has given us through the Bhagavad Gita. So start preparing well. And if you have any doubts or if you want to, clarify anything, we are always there to support you. You can post your queries on the WhatsApp group, the Prahlad WhatsApp group, or the Krishna WhatsApp group, and then we'll be happy to serve you. Okay. So thank you so much, and keep chanting and try to join every day evening 6 p.m. We have the chanting sessions. I don't still find a lot of you to participate, so please, we encourage you to participate and chant, so that it will really help you to progress in your spiritual life. So thank you so much once again. Hare Krishna.
Friday there is no chanting session, Prabhuji.
Friday there is no chanting session. It's the weekdays plus Saturday.
Friday we have chanting session right here. So
yes,
you can join us with full attention.
Here only, no 6 p.m. chanting session.
Yes.
Jai Ho.